Okay, hello everyone, this is Sarah Felon playing the DanDan Dungeon Daibouken, the bonus game to Magical Bringer Korona the movie. It is a dungeon crawling jRPG, and we are in the post-game of the post-game Floor 9, which at this point is fully explored. The way to the boss is open. I've just been doing a bit of last-second grinding, so for what it's worth, I'll demonstrate the path I've been taking. You come up to the top left from the save point. Come into this room over here. Going through this door will always trigger a battle, so we do that. Burn them. One of the dragons dodged, the other one's down. Killing those with fire works very well. So there's one guaranteed battle. We come through here. This warps us out to the door maze in the bottom right quadrant. We come through the door maze. There are a few more battles in here, with potentially more difficult monsters, because this is the outer region. And we hit these with our strongest group attacks. Except for Njol's martial arts, because they're resistant to that. With 35,000 experience for that. Another forced encounter here. I'll pick these with everything I've got. While Noelle does a magic attack on the evil eyes, because they're weak against that. Over 1,000 damage, that's more than enough to deal with them. Sings R&B, Spirit down. Yuka's gaining awful. The more of those you can get, the better. 9 health is good, 5 MP is good, 1 attack, we don't really care, 4 defense is good, 1 speed, not going to make a difference, but the spirit will help, 3 of that. 2 luck, also not going to help. Because luck mainly just is for avoiding status effects, and the very final boss does not use any. Just tons of raw damage and a ridiculous speed. So pretty much you could get Yuka to level 99. She's still not going to be fast enough to matter. Some of the other characters maybe, but Yuka, no. Status Cure Korona, if it survives long enough. Come over here, this is a fixed encounter. Or fixed encounter spot. The contents of the battles may vary, but the fact that there is a battle here does not. Yeah, and y'all's getting confused. You can mostly ignore that, especially since she's likely to get hit but didn't. Oh well. Yeah, those are faster than everyone. Final boss is faster than those, so speed is not going to help us. Of course, missing doesn't help us either. Now it's paralyzed from, I think, getting stepped on. Status Cure. Party Heal. Just head straight ahead through here. We're the bottom left quadrant again now, so we wrapped around from the other side. There's the battle here. There's a battle here. There's going to be one here. And then this takes us back into the center part so we can go back to the save point. Makes it a pretty good loop for grinding. Only thing is you have to make sure you're facing the right direction, which the map helps with. And here we have a truly random encounter. Poison Tail. Great damage on that. Blaster sound effect was still fading out at the end of the battle after the music stopped. Okay, so let's head to the final boss and see how far we get. Alright, I need to come out the side of this room. I think the entrance was on the east side. Yes. Alright, and before stepping into that, just to check the status, Korona level 76. That's pretty good. Yuka 70, Nyal 64, Noel 66. I kind of want to change up my party, but also that's not a good idea at this point because everyone else is under level because I haven't been using them. I am concerned about Noelle's ability here. Her passive thing is having healing, and I don't know that that's going to be a good thing. Well, it's not going to be a good thing, but I don't know if Yuka's going to be able to keep up with healing, with her healing halved. Yao has some decent abilities for her bosses. She has regeneration, which I think is just a permanent buff to her. She has some good single target attacks. So she's okay, nothing special, but yeah. Yuka is, as always, our best healer. And Korona, you're stuck with whether you like it or not, but she's also the highest level character. And has the strongest weapon at this point. If I check the status screen, you'll see her weapon is now giving her 154 attack power. That's double her level +2. Which makes it even stronger than Noelle's weapon, which is the strongest normal weapon in the game. But I do want to change some of this other equipment around. Do I have anything stronger physical-wise? No. But yeah, I want her with the chariot boots for the extra defense. The status resistant doesn't matter. Extra speed isn't going to matter. Take this off for more defense. Buckler. Yeah, Buckler is good. That's good, that's good, that's good. The Jetsuri are not going to help much. I think I want her on the high heels. That's a little less defense. But I want the extra spirit. And similarly, the Rosary for this, for even more spirit. That will boost her healing. Y'all's got the Unbreakable Star Durandal, Barrier Shield, Angel Halo. Anything better she could be using? Doesn't seem like. Powered Suits, I think, is the best body armor for her. Powered Suit, rather. Yeah, Dragon Mail is the same defense, but it does not give an attack boost. Or a speed boost, not that that's going to help. Chariot Boots over Nighthawks. Thieves' Tool, also not going to help. So whatever gives her the most defense, Buckler. So she's got the Demon Spear Gaebog. Circlet. I don't want the Demon's Priest's Raiment, because that is status resistance, but not good defense. And again, status resistance will not help here. A Dragon Mail, and is there something I could do for better defense? It's the Umbrella. Sunshade, probably. Now we'll give her 1 more point of defense and 2 more luck. And I don't think the luck matters, but the defense will help a bit. And here she is, everyone's favorite psychopath, Dark Korona. She is giggling, saying it's impressive you figured this place out. Yeah, it makes her happy. No matter how wild she goes, there's no one to get mad at her. Now hurry up and play with me. Yeah, don't Dark Korona was the final boss of the Playa story arc in the main story. She was also arguably the hardest boss in Korona 1, although that's more due to special circumstances than due to being innately the most difficult. Anyway, Korona Voltage to boost Korona's attack. I'll try Genbu Gate on Y'all to boost her defense, but I think I'm at the point where defense is so high that other character buffs are largely useless. Y'all will use Regenerate, and Noelle will attack with her Poison Tail. That is her strongest single target attack. Actually strongest overall, unless you have something that is resistant to physical, which Dark Korona I think has a higher magic defense. So she is slashing away at Y'all with Korona Genocide. That hurts. Y'all's activating Regeneration. Noah's using Poison Tail. 1400 damage, that's solid. Korona Voltage, attack up 52. Yeah, buffs are weird in this thing. So if you have something that's targeting yourself, just always yourself, it's based on a percentage of your stat. If you have something that can target someone else, even if it's not, it's a weird formula based on your spirit and their stat, and the higher their stat is, the harder it is to boost it. And that gets, basically banishing returns to almost nothing, really. If their stat's high enough. So, yeah, everyone's defense really is high enough at this point. I'll be lucky to get single-digit buffs on anyone but y'all. Okay, Dark Korona is attacking Noelle. Almost 200 damage, and Noelle's one of my best defenders. Attacking Korona, 2 hits. Okay, so she attacked twice. Y'all's hitting for 400 plus, that's not bad. Poison Tails, 1100. Korona Desperado, missed. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to have Yuka permanently healing. Like, let's use Korona Survivor, just in case. That way, if Korona does get taken down, she'll pop back to life. Dark Korona is using X Blaster. I think that's magic damage against everyone. 300, 200, 400, 250. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if Yuka's healing is going to be able to keep up. Yeah, that's maybe 200 on a good heal. And Dark Korona can do like 300. Which is why Noelle is kind of a liability despite her high stats. Yeah, Dark Korona hits so hard that despite Yuka's ridiculous defense, she's still taking up 169 damage from a normal attack. Okay, and Dark Korona can do 3 attacks in a row. As if 2 wasn't bad enough. Noelle missed. Desperado. Keep healing. I might be able to pull this off without resorting to the chainsaw. I forget how much health she has, but it is a lot. Double Fang Slicer. Korona dodged the attack, so Dark Korona does not have 100 hit, which is a small mercy. Of course, I think she also has something like 15 or 20 evasion, so that's why we're sometimes just missing outright. Nyal's regeneration does seem to be helping. I think I'm going to have her pass out MP restores if anyone starts getting low. Genocide against Yuka, almost 400 damage. At least she reflected a quarter of that. It doesn't reduce the damage Yuka takes, but it does mean Dark Korona is hurting herself when she does that. I'm going to try to use Potion C on Yuka. Because if she goes down, I'm in trouble. Not good enough. And the potion is just wasted. There's the revives. No, I'll have Korona use the potion. Y'all use the extend, which is a reviving item. Noelle will keep attacking because she hits the hardest. Yeah, that was almost 1500 damage. Korona has the auto revive, so she'll be fine if anything happens. But, yeah. Korona Survivor... I forget how much healing this is. Revive. It's like a quarter of max health. It's really not good enough. And Noelle's down. Okay, maybe I don't have this. Yeah, Barrier Force is just status immunity, so really the only useful thing Yoa can do besides passing items is attacking. And she's at least very good at attacking. Okay, hopefully this will keep everyone alive for a little while. Okay, just survived that. Actually, does Voltage last after the... Alright, MP heal on Yuka. Honestly, that's the best thing Dark Korona could have done for me. She only hit twice, and... Okay, your stat boosts do survive being KO'd. Or at least they do for Korona, who doesn't actually get KO'd, if I'm doing it right. Korona Genocide, that hurt, but Yuka survives. And Dark Korona's dodging everything I'm throwing at her this round. Okay, that worked out well. Her first attack missed, her second one hit someone who was basically at full health. Yeah, I think Meow's just going to be passing out items at this point. Stop dodging. The nice thing about Poison Tail is it doesn't cost much. It's only 15 MP. But she keeps dodging it. There we go. 1300 damage. Yeah, if I had other characters similarly leveled, it would probably be better for survival to take someone who isn't Noelle. Trouble is, she is my best DPS. And it is annoying having to basically queue up heals every round and not be able to do something more targeted. Because I don't know who's going to need the healing. So pretty much the only thing I can do to be halfway effective is just party heal constantly. And that makes it more difficult to survive. It's why I've always considered in the optional, well, the Gades battle in Lufia 2 that you're supposed to lose. I've always considered key to winning that getting to you fast enough to heal before he can act, so that you can heal more effectively, focus on the people who are actually hurt, save your MP if they don't need it. But that's not happening here. There's just no way you can get Yuka's speed high enough to outspeed Dark Korona. Okay, if I'm not misreading that, Noelle has taken down Dark Korona. We did it! Without cheesing the battle. And then you get 100,000 experience and 10,000 coins that I don't think you can actually use. Also, we got a Magical Girl outfit, which is the really weak armor that Korona started with back at the beginning of the thing. Congratulations! We give you a new adventure. You who have conquered the dungeon get a new adventure as a further adventure as a present. Return to titles, select from the beginning, and... No, I guess that does matter. Okay. So you don't just stop playing after beating her. Okay, I'm going to go back to the save point and save, and then briefly demonstrate what that further adventure thing is. Also, one of the evil eyes dodged. I am quite sick of dodging at this point. And there's a gauntlet. Notice I could have used another one of those earlier. And I need to remember to check my map here because there's all the swirlies right around the save point. Okay, I'll rest, save on a separate slot. Okay, before going back, I wanted to demonstrate something. This is what I would have done if the battle was just not working out. So, here's Dark Korona, she does her little speech. Item. So I have to find it first. It's probably the chainsaw. That is the thing hidden in 4-8 after you beat Noelle and go all the way back to the top of the dungeon. Korona used the chainsaw on Dark Korona. Got Korona, it's all in pieces. Monster defeated. Yeah, it's a little anticlimactic. Doesn't even have any neat special effects. And we get that message again. Yeah, you only get the credits after you beat Noelle. So I misremembered that. But if I go in the menu, exit back to the quadruple D title, choose to start from the beginning. Okay, that's special. I think that has something to do with music normally, so I'm not quite sure what that word means, but as I'm guessing a reward for beating Dark Korona, you can use the below conditions. All party members are gathered, but they start at level 1, and you can take Korona out of the party. We can use the special conditions, or we can start normally. If we use the special conditions, first I'm going to take off Korona's equipment. Not that it's that useful. But if I go into party setup here, everyone is available, although level 1. So we can make it the Belzebuth Castle special. We can take them. Yeah, I think I'll take off their equipment too. Alright, you cannot remove Yuka's mirror. You cannot remove Playa's headband. Levia does not start with a weapon, but she does start with some decent armor. Yeah, everyone starts from level 1, but they have their usual starting equipment. Okay, let's do the Belzebuth Castle special. Yeah, Chrome starts with her scythe, Yal starts with leather gloves, Rhyme starts with a broom, so... let's give Noelle the best armor I have. Which, honestly, most of what she has is already the best armor I have. Gothic dress for her. Add a ribbon. Actually, can she use the magical rod? No, she cannot. Yeah, having a weapon really helps. She could wear a bronze leather coat. Alright, no more accessories. She can't use the magic rod either. That's kind of unexpected. But anyway, we are here on 4-1. With a full party. Actually, no. Everyone attack the fairy except the one with a good weapon. Yeah, I think I'll just play through, try to clear the floor. Got Slimes and Nork. I don't think anyone has any skills yet. Alright, we got Death Scythe. Yeah, Noelle has no skills. Prom has Death Scythe because she's wielding the Death Scythe, and that comes from that, and apparently is not all dependent. But everyone else has no skills. But we're gaining levels. And now everyone is level 2. Alright, there's the first key. Now, because we have a full party, we can encounter more monsters than when it was just Korona the first time through here. But having a full party, especially with actual equipment, makes up for that. So, yeah, when to come here, there's always an encounter behind that door. The fairy ran away. They're known to do that. Right, and this was the floor where we need to find something to... Right, we need to find the leathers to activate the thing that makes the key to get to the boss. And there were some fake walls around too, I think. But yeah, it's weird being outsped by these things. I mean, it's 4-1 monsters, but also everyone is level 2, so... yeah. Yeah, fairies are eating sweets and fluttering around. Anti-poison? Actually, does it... No, it won't keep this, will it? Of course not. It's not a New Game Plus. I kind of wish it was. So that would be interesting. But no, it's just you start with whatever party you want. You start with everyone available and can use whatever party you want instead of having you take Korona all the time. So in that way, it's kind of like the play a story in spirit, in that you're not playing Korona. There was the second one. I think there are 2 more. Yeah, but already the monsters are pretty trivial. It's amazing what having a full party will do for you. Especially when some of them have weapons. I mean, not that Korona was unarmed, but at low levels she almost might as well be. This was just treasure. Which is not bad, but it's not the objective. Got some pudding. Okay, there's the last one. I'm pretty sure. I just sworn there was a shortcut back out in one of these. Anyway. So as I recall, the thing I'm looking for was up here. And one of the slimes ran away. They do that. Yeah, this is the vending machine. I don't think it has any equipment on floor 1. Alright, we're gaining levels. We're learning our first skills. Crystal Rhymes is pretty useless. Yeah, that's just healing items, so... Skills. We've got Noelle's Poison Tail, which is going to be less ridiculously strong because of our low attack at this point, but it's still pretty good. Crum's got Dark Side, which... Yeah, that comes in handy in some situations. It lowers an enemy group's spirit, which means they'll take more damage from magic, and their magic-based attacks will do less damage. So that actually could have come in handy during Dark Korona. So I'm pretty sure Korona Genocide is spirit-based. Yeah, Null gets to regenerate. And Rhyme gets Heavy Wear, which slows a group, which, again... Speed down, not that useful in a game where you're either faster than or not faster than the enemy. It's a lot more useful in an active time-based system, where you can get extra turns by being faster. Or even like Breath of Fire 3, where if you're sufficiently faster than the opponent, you get an extra round at the end of the round. An extra action. Yep, that gave us the red key. Alright, there will be one encounter here. 3 fairies and 3 toads. Not terribly impressive. Of course, neither are Rhyme and Noelle's attacks at the moment. Again, Rhyme is using a broom, which is slightly better than nothing, and Noelle is using nothing at all. Yeah, 12 attacks, 79, 29, 18. But 70 of that is from equipment, 20 of hers is from equipment, 12 from the broom. Should I try giving the broom to Noelle? I mean, she can use it. And she has the Petrify and KO immunity from her cloak. What was doing? Poison? Or sleep? Okay, Apron Dress makes you immune to sleep. I didn't notice that before. And I think it's a Scythe that... Yeah, the Death Scythe gives you poison and paralyzed immunity. So this was the swirly thing. This was the fake wall. And here's the boss. I can get out a few special attacks before running out of MP. Might as well use the speed down just for the heck of it. It didn't work. Death Thigh, 79 damage. Poison Tail, 82, even with a glassy weapon. And there goes Yuka. She does not join the party because she has already joined the party. Alright, and up before this map of this floor. But yeah, this is your bonus for beating Dark Korona. You get to go through the dungeon with any characters you want, but they start at level 1. And already 4-2 is starting to be kind of an issue. Especially with no one who can heal. And that's why you bring Yuka normally. Yeah, I think I'll go back and save. What the heck? Yeah, this room had the emergency exit, basically. got Rhyme's special talent, where she can use 2 one-handed weapons at once, which does you no good when you don't have weapons for her to use. Fairies are running away, they tend to do that. And a plane crepe. Alright, so I cleared 4-1 anyway. Let's save on a separate slot. Put it a few away so it's clear. That's separate. It would be nice if it said on the save that, but it's already filled up with, month 6, day 14, hour 11, minutes 45, underground 1-4. There's really no room for it to have anything else. Anyway, this has been Arafellin playing Magical Bringer Korona game, the movies, bonus post-game to the post-game to the post-game, really, at this point. Yeah, we beat Dark Korona legit. It was kind of messy, but it's designed to be the most difficult battle in the game. It's just a matter of, can you survive long enough to beat her before she wipes the floor with you? And the answer turned out to be yes, but not easily. Anyway, next week I'll go back to the Atari Mania Visitor Top 25 list for the next thing on that. And after that, we'll see. I don't have anything in particular planned, so we could go anywhere with that. I have a lot of options. Anyway, the whole playthrough of this is in the archive, so feel free to check that out, as well as the main game that this is a post-game to, and a summary of the game that's a prequel to. Bunch of other stuff. We've got Atari games, we got some brief looks at DOS games, we've got a lot of Zelda. Yeah, feel free to check it out. I'm currently playing Rain World, posting Wednesdays and Thursdays, where you're playing as this cute little slug crack critter crawling around what seems like a post-apocalyptic world where everything's trying to eat you. Kind of Metroidvania-ish. Not exactly what I'd normally expect from one, but it has been a very interesting journey. But yeah, until next week, enjoy your weekend, and stay safe out there. Things are getting messy.